Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm Nicodemus Kane, and we're here to talk about random stuff, random good stuff. For anybody that has never been here before, I get on here and I just try to figure out life. Just try to figure out what the heck's going on in the world. What is that? What is something in my beard? That was weird. Okay, anyways, what the heck? Oh, you know what this is? This is a piece of biscuit that I had earlier. That tells you something right there. Um, did have I ever told anybody the story about I was eating Cheez-Its whenever I used to live by myself, and I got done eating them, and I went into the bathroom, and I turned around to wash my hands, and I looked in the mirror, and I had a full Cheez-It, one full Cheez-It stuck on my beard. That was like 7 or 8 years ago. That was a long time ago. Anyways, yes, I'm here just to talk about random stuff, trying to figure out what this life is, what in the world is going on. We talk about conspiracy things, and we talk about non-conspiracy things, and we talk about interesting histories of the world. We talk about religion. We talk about all kinds of stuff. I don't know why I'm giving this to you, because if you're interested, really interested about what's going on with this channel, go watch the other videos. That's all I gotta say. I just noticed that I don't have my lights on, so everything looks a little dark, but that's okay. It is July the 3rd of 2020. Are you ready to fight yet? Just you know, there's a lot of stuff going on. They decided to they're starting to lock down the world again. They're starting to lock down the world again, and they are lying about what they previously said, because they said that viruses die in the summer months in the heat, and now apparently they are rising. That the amount of cases for the C virus are rising in the summer when they're supposed to be dying out. Yeah, what's going on there? And we it was. I'm not going to say that I told you so, because I didn't really see it coming. There's a lot of other people that said it, that when you get to this point, they're just going to lock it down again. They are stopping Independence Day celebrations. Now, we've had this conversation whether the Independence Day stuff was real or not. We don't know. We don't really know our history at all. But they're stopping celebrations. They're taking that away from you. They're taking away your holiday to be able to celebrate when you have freedom. Even though they've been taking away your freedom for a long time now, but they're taking away your celebration of freedom. That's what they're doing. So, you ready to fight yet? What are you gonna do here? Tomorrow's July the 4th. You know, tomorrow's July the 4th. What are people doing? Burning their masks. Here's one for you. And I said this on Twitter. I said this on Facebook. I've said it several different places. I've been hearing stories that a lot of you people have been buying guns, a lot of guns over the past 6 months. And sure enough, we have a day where we used to be able to celebrate the ability to fight for our freedom. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. I'm just saying, man. You know, you these ridiculous protests about all this other stuff. That's all fine and dandy, but they never once went after the people that were responsible. What'd you do? Take over a couple of police departments? It starts at the top, kids. It starts at the top. It starts in your government. But you didn't go after your government, did you? No, you went and you broke into shoe stores. You broke into Best Buys. You stole a bunch of games. You stole a bunch of TVs. You broke into Target. I saw you guys walking out with cases full of shoes, bags full of clothes. I ain't way to do it. If you want change, you gotta start at the top. But whatever. You do what you do, you know. Now, as far as everybody else concerned, all those true patriots that, like I said, you've been buying a lot of guns over the past 6 months. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Because I'll tell you what, I've been hearing some rumors that tomorrow, July the 4th, that there's a lot of people talking about going out into the suburbs, doing some really nasty stuff. What are you gonna do? I'll be honest with you. I'm probably gonna be sitting at my front door with a gun. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. Because I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm just telling you stories that I've heard and people that are talking about it. I don't know. I am pretty sick and tired and fed up of all this stuff, and they have just mandated mask wearing in my county, which we are shopping out of our county. I know there's been some states that have had it all this time, and man, for you guys, I feel sorry for you. But I'm one of the few states that have held on for this long, and it hasn't started. It doesn't start until the 9th, which I think is extremely weird. Because if it were so necessary, why would you wait for 7 days? Is it going to hold off for 7 days until then? If you're gonna take away our freedoms, take them away now. If it's that necessary, but it's not that necessary, because apparently they want whatever's going to happen within the next 7 days to happen within the next 7 days. It's absurd, is what it is. So if they are so effective in stopping whatever's going to happen, then we need to be doing it now. Why are we waiting for 7 days? But we're there, and I've been trying to do this thing where I've been saying, we have to start changing the way we talk. We have to start changing the way we think, because we change our reality. The subject changes the test. If you guys don't know what the double slit experiment is, go look that up. Double slit experiment. The observer changes the test. And if we can change the test, then, I'll tell you what. I've said it a couple times to get it out into the ether, to get it out into the open, because the words we say directly affect the world. So the lockdowns aren't going to keep up. They're not going to keep up. They're going to think that they're going to keep up, but these people are going to start waking up. All the normies of the world that don't understand what's going on, they're going to see what's happening here. They're going to see that it's all lies, that they've been manipulating the numbers from the very beginning, that there are going to be many different people that are going to protest what's happening, that it's going to boil to a head so hard that the governments of the world have to see it, and they have to understand it. And there will be lawsuits filed. There will be court cases filed. There will be protests. There will be many, many things. And a lot of these governments are going to have to start telling the truth. And they're going to have to start reeling back on some of these lockdowns. That's what's going to happen. And the mask nonsense, there's going to be enough of an uproar over the next week that they're going to have to stop it. That's just the way it is. And that within the next coming months, that there's going to be a lot of independent investigations that are happening within the government, that they're going to have to start cracking down on some things, that we're going to have a dramatic reform and change from the top down, what it is, and that it won't be, these New World Order puppets that are going to have to be put into place. Actually, I was saying that what might happen, the best thing that might happen, is every state becomes sovereign upon itself. That people in the country start learning how to become sovereign upon themselves. I am a sovereign man. I am sovereign within my own body. and that things will change. Things will turn around. Things will get better. We will not descend into some tyrannical dictatorship. It cannot happen. And it will spread across the world. Other people will see it as well. And that people will have to wake up to it. And that it will be better. Now, see, now that I've said that, it's out in the ether. I mean, I've heard so many people that have all they do, and I just watched a video from TrueStream Media. They put a new one out, and it goes along with everything I've been saying. Is that when all you do is talk about the future and worry about the future and see the future from a certain way, that's your present. That's your reality. That's all you can think about, and we become addicted to it. And I had become addicted to it, and I had to step back and I had to reflect on it. And that was when I started saying, we are in control of our own destiny. So let's change the story. Let's see what happens. So I started saying that. It's going to change. That we're not going to have to. We're going to rebel against this. Let's put it that way. We're going to find the way. Somebody's going to find the way to be able to wake the rest of the people up, and the people are going to wake up, and they're going to see that it's a lie, and that we are not going to have to live through this much longer. That we're going to have to be able to pick up the pieces in a positive way, and then it's all going to work out. So try it. Do it yourself. Say it to yourself. You don't have to say it exactly the way I did, but just put it out there. Put it out there into words, in the ether. I think our words have energy. They have ways of making things happen. I think that's part of the reason why we are told to pray. We are told to go into our own prayer closets and pray with our mouths. It's one of the things they say is you have to confess with your mouth to Christ. If God knows our hearts and He knows our minds, then why do we need to confess with our mouths? There's something to it. There's something to the power of words. Now, I know this could get into the whole, is it the law of attraction that, where they say if you say it into the world, then it comes true. Now, I don't know if this has to do with anything of that. I don't try to follow that. I really don't. But I do know that the observer changes the experiment. So let's put it out into the ether. Let's do it. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. Let's say that it all changes tomorrow. That there's going to be some mandate that pushes us just too far, and July 4th will be the world's Independence Day. Where's Bill Pullman when you need him, right? Or is it Pullman? Yeah, it's Pullman, because Paxton's the other one. Bill Paxton's dead, isn't he? That's sad, man. I used to love him. Yeah, that's the way to start looking at it now. That's the way I'm looking at it now. I don't know about you guys, but you got to put it out there. It's got to put it out there. Just see what happens. Put it out there. Tell other people to do it too. I've just seen so many people in videos that they're constantly down on themselves. It's constantly, oh, we're screwed. Oh, this. Oh, that. Oh, it's doing this, going that, and be ready, be prepared, do this, do that. And it's like, well, why don't you try something different? Why don't you try saying, it can turn around. We can turn it around. That the masses can turn it around. Why don't we say that? Why does it have to be, oh, it's like this, it's like that? Why? Just thinking aloud. I could sound like a complete and total jackass, which I usually do. There's a couple people that have kind of proven me on that point. Actually, there was we had a troll come into the channel for a second, but apparently he left coming in. I'm looking at my phone because it's not on the internet, or it's not on my YouTube, because I think he deleted it, and I don't think it's in here anymore. Yeah, it's in here. They're still there. He deleted them though. Yes, I think he did. Came in calling everybody morons, just being that guy. Hey, if you want to be that guy, be that guy. So I'll tell you what. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I can take the abuse. If you wanna call anybody a moron, call me a moron. Don't call other people that come in a moron. Don't call other people jackasses. Don't be like that. I'm the one talking here. If anybody else has a comment, then they can comment. It's fine. But don't come in here just to do that. It's just completely ridiculous. But I'm not even going to go into what he said. I'm not even going to do it. I am going to bring up something else that somebody else said. I just closed my phone like a moron. Like the moron that I am. Oh no, I opened up the wrong thing. That was good. Somebody else said something about angels and seraphim, and talking about the different classes. Thought that I might have been talking about something else. It doesn't mean that the heavenly beings. The term seraph can only be used of snakes, and that's true. Seraph means snakes, but it does not mean that the heavenly beings were serpentine. Recall that they have wings, hands, feet, etc. Seraph is used of poisonous snakes due to their burning sensation of their bites, and heavenly seraphim are associated with fire, so that seems to be the correlation. And of course, I said, in the same understanding of the seraph having a burning sensation of their bites, and the seraphim being associated with fire in the same, yet reaching association. Yet reaching association I was trying to make between the serpent and the garden and a class of beings called seraphim. I think there's something else going on there that we just do not know. And that's true. I think there's definitely something else going on there we don't know. I'm looking for the truths between the lines. I don't know everything, and I'm always learning. Thank you for the information, yada, yada, yada. So he was claiming that it probably wasn't a serpent with wings, that it was probably something else I was thinking of, and that whenever you talk about seraph, you're only talking about, poisonous snakes. You like my smile? I love my smile. I'm not trying to prove you wrong. For the guy who did that, I'm not going to mention your name. For the guy that did that, I'm not getting pleasure in proving you wrong, and I'm not proving you wrong. What I was looking at, though, it was something else completely different that I was watching. Something else completely different. Something about giants, I think it was. Because I have it written down underneath where I wrote down giants and giant mushrooms, which we talked about last week. But this guy said something interesting, and I'm going to pull it up here. Yes. This guy said something interesting, and I looked into it. I seriously only looked into this for 5 minutes before I started this video. Only took me 5 minutes to find this out, and it's mind-boggling. So stay with me. Stay with me. Okay, we're going to do that. Okay, I wanted to make sure we're rolling on this. So the thing I was watching was about the Aztecs, the Incans, and the Mayans. They all used to worship these feathered serpents from the sky that gave them their culture. And then it came up with Quetzalcoatl, and I thought, oh, that's right, Quetzalcoatl was a giant feathered serpent. Blew my mind. I was like, that's right, that's what it was. I said, you've got to be kidding me with this. So let's go to Wikipedia, feathered serpents. Feathered serpent was a prominent supernatural entity or deity found in the Mesoamerican regions. It is still called Quetzalcoatl by the Aztecs, Kukulkan from the Yucatec Mayan, and Tohil among the Quichimaya. That's two types of Mayans, I guess. Real translation is precious holy snake, or precious holy twin. That's even more interesting with the whole twins thing going on. With no evidence of this figure having a beard or being European, as New Age people have misinterpreted as being the Jesus of the Americas. That sentence alone, knowing who runs Wikipedia and knowing the lies that have been spread around the world, that makes you wonder. I'm not saying Jesus is a snake. I'm just saying that right there just kind of that puts a lot into perspective. Double symbolism used by the feathered serpent is considered allegoric to the dual nature of the deity, where being feathered represents his divine nature or ability to fly, to reach the skies, and being a serpent represents his human nature or ability to creep on the ground, among other animals of the earth. A dualism, and we know that the occultic religions love their dualism, very common in Mesoamerican deities. How interesting. That just, and it was like one of those things. It was like one of those aha moments, you know. It was just like, that's a thing. That's a thing. So seriously, this is where I started. This was the search I put into Mayans feathered serpent gods, and as soon as it popped up, it came up with feathered serpent. So I said, okay, well, let's try feathered serpent. Let's see what happens. The first thing I came up on the second search was let's go back. See, serpents with wings. I'm sorry, the serpents with wings. I was wrong. Second thing I came up with was a Greek mythology. The Ophis pteritus winged serpent was a breed of feathery winged snake that guarded the frankincense groves of Arabia. They were sometimes called Ophis amphitryon, wow, or serpent with two pairs of wings. Serpent with two pairs of wings, which is very interesting because the seraphim, Serafim, seraphim, are the one types of angels that have 6 wings. That's 3 sets of wings. They had one that was making them fly. They had one that covered their body and one that covered their legs. And this one has 2 pairs of wings. You see the connections here? I mean, it's not perfect connections. You have to think about this the way that they are, but it's just it's interesting. This is Herodotus. There's a place in Arabia, not far from the town of Buto, where we went to learn about the winged serpents. When I arrived there, I saw innumerable bones and backbones of serpents, many heaps of backbones, great and small. Even smaller. This place where the backbones lay scattered is where a narrow mountain pass opens into a great plain, which adjoins the plain of Aegyptus, which is Egypt. Egyptos, maybe. Winged serpents are said to fly from Arabia at the beginning of spring, making for Aegyptos, but the ibis birds encounter the invaders in the pass and kill them. The Arabians say that the ibis is greatly honored by the Egyptians for this service. In the Aegyptoi, the Egyptians give the same reason for honoring these birds. Winged serpents. Now, of course, this is saying that, there's other birds that are killing these things whenever they migrate, but these are serpents with wings. This is Greek talking about Egyptian. What's going on here? What's going on here? Let's go back. Let's see if there's images of these random things. Serpents with wings. Of course, dragons. Dragons are serpents with wings. The sea serpents. The dragons. All kinds of dragons. This tattoo. Yeah, awesome. Good job. Winged snake. But you see what I mean? And right here, look, the fiery flying serpent. There's 6 sets of wings on that. I don't think that's right though, because like I said, the one they had them covering their body. This one has covering their eyes, but that's 6 sets of wings. Do you see this? Do you see where what's happening here? Let me blow that up for you. Let me make sure I'm on the right thing. Yes, dude, there's something else happening here. I don't know exactly what it is ain't exactly clear, but this kind of stuff, man. You know, 6 sets of wings. Look at this garbage. Yikes. With the eyeballs. Of course, this is what they said too. There was another class that had all these eyeballs on the wings, and the this makes you understand what the term watchers mean. They have all these eyeballs, but it just, do you see it? Do you see what's happening? There's things that we just don't know. Look at this one. Yikes. Come on, people. Come on, people. The serpents with wings from the skies. Quetzalcoatl. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that's what it is, but other cultures were talking about these things. There's one. Who are the seraphim and the cherubim? See? It's a serpent. I'm not saying it's what it is. I'm just saying people are talking about it, and it's a thing, and it's interesting. So, what else is going on here? Well, this is flying snakes in ancient Egypt. Wonders and marvels. Flying snakes in ancient Egypt. Egyptian tales of flying snakes captured the curiosity of the Greek historian Herodotus, which is what we saw. These winged dracontes are said to live under frankincense trees in the Arabian desert. Under frankincense trees. Gather the incense, the Arabians burn styrax, resin of the liquid nambar tree, because the smoke drove the winged snakes away. See, there's something going on here, man. This says winged snakes, and they used to live there. But the Egyptians had gods that were winged snakes that came down from the sky and gave them their culture. Heh. I'm sure there's probably more. I wonder if there's any more in like Japan or stuff like that. Of course, because they have dragons. Japanese have dragons. They celebrate dragons. They have. Let's try that. Japan. Yeah, I got it right. Japan. Chrysopolia? Oh, flying snakes. Gliding snakes. Snakes that can literally jump out of a tree. Oh, that's awesome. That's all we need, right? And it's what it is. It's just the snakes that can jump out of the tree and glide. But they have let's try this. Flying serpents. Probably the same thing. No. It's all this stuff. Japanese snake tattoo. What? Let's see if we actually have any websites. The religions of Japan from dawn of history to the. Oh wait, what's this? No, I don't want that. I just screwed that whole thing up, didn't I? Let me go back and do it again. Korea, one of the Asian countries richest in demonology, beast worship is very prevalent. Mythic winged tigers, and flying serpents with attributes of fire, lightning, and combinations of forces not found in any one creature are common to the popular fantasy. In Japan, the kappa, half monkey, half tortoise, which sees its children bathing in the rivers. And then there's a flying weasel. Yeah, that's getting out of control there. But they have mythical winged tigers and flying serpents with attributes of fire, lightning, combinations of forces not found in any one creature. So they have flying serpents too. And then they have the Japanese dragons. Snake and dragon lore of Japan. You kind of get out here. Kind of get where I'm going with this, though. Oh, it's a book. Vipers are the only poisonous snake native to Japan proper. Yada yada yada. They largely share a common tradition of snake and dragon lore. Found the highly poisonous triangular-headed snakes called habu. I'm sure there's probably plenty of other things going on there, but this just kind of shows that these cultures, these different cultures, have these mythological beasts. Some of them are part of their religion, that they're snakes with wings. I don't think I'm so far out there. I don't think I'm so far out there by kind of suggesting that the seraphim may have been a snake with wings. I don't think I'm so far out there by saying that the serpent that was in the garden may have been a seraphim. And Satan, there hasn't been anything where I've seen where it says Satan was a seraphim. I haven't seen that. But there's something more going on there that we don't understand. We truly don't understand. I mean, we can take it literally all day, which I do. I take it literally all day, but I think there's some underlying thing that we just have not unlocked. And I think it's in there. I think it's in there. So when you come over here, this is the Torah.com. These are Jewish people. They tend to know what they're talking about. What is the biblical flying serpent? Well, they tend to know what they talk about because, they have the knowledge that we can't have. Number of biblical and non-biblical texts describe encounters with venomous flying snakes in the Sinai and Arabian deserts. Egyptian iconography helped clarify what is being pictured. There you go again. There's the Egyptians with these snakes with the wings, It comes it's Tutankhamun. In Numbers 21, the Israelites began to grumble about the lack of normal food and water in the wilderness as they walked a long way around Edom. Yahweh's response is characteristically harsh. Numbers 21, this is theirs. I don't know, that they must be using the, I don't want to say the Septuagint. I know they've got their own way of doing it. Yahweh sent Saraph, Saraph, serpents against the people. They bit the people, and many of the Israelites died. The people came to Moses and said, "We sinned by speaking against Yahweh and against you. Intercede with Yahweh and take away the serpents from us." And Moses interceded for the people. Then Yahweh said to Moses, "Make a seraph figure and mount it on a standard, and if anyone who is bitten looks at it, he shall recover." Moses made a copper serpent and mounted it on a standard, and when anybody was bitten by a serpent, he would look at the copper serpent and recover. The initial attack against the Israelites is by creatures described as Nahashim Seraphim. Seraphim, Seraph. Seraph, like we said, is Egyptian for snake. The Israelites asked Moses to pray, yada yada yada. The word is the genetic Hebrew term for snake or serpent. The term is less clear. The plural term here. You guys can go learn Hebrew. I'm trying. It comes from a root that means to burn. Sometimes the term is used adjectively to modify snakes, as in the phrase this, which means flaming serpents or burning serpents. Seraph. And I don't think it's S-E-R. I think it's S-A-R. Seraph. Seraph serpents. Go check that out. Seraph serpents. Do you mean seraph? Oh, I mean seraph. Seraph here, flying elemental of the sun. Let's just go in here. The burning one. And these could be that too. I mean, it's very possible. Whereas the Hebrews in the singular is seraph, S-A-R-A-P. Well, see, there you go. See? Of course, they got this little picture over here of this dude with the 6 wings, one covering his body, one covering his legs, and one flying. Sure, why not? Again, there's something more going on here. I don't know. I can't tell. It's very, very strange. Now, of course, this was there were sent seraph serpents. So we go to the KJV, what I use, and the Lord sent fiery serpents. Seraph serpents, and fiery serpents. What's going on here? Eh. Anyways, it's the same word. I think it's the same word. It's interesting, though. It's very interesting. So I don't know, I don't, what was this one again? Oh, yeah. I don't know. It's just something, it's something to look at. Like I said, you got the Mayans, you got the Japanese that believe in dragons, you have all the European um, understandings of dragons, which are basically flying serpents. Uh, they have the Mayan cultures, serpents with wings. Any place where you talk about having winged snakes, serpents with wings. It's interesting. I bet you we can find more. These used to be a thing. This used to be a thing. They're all over the place. I don't know about this winged serpent fossil found. So I looked at it, and it's not like it was a snake that had wings, but they were talking about these right here. This is these wing-shaped projections on the side of its vertebrae, which is what Herodotus was talking about. He saw the backbones of many of these that had these protrusions. So I don't know, man. Very strange. Very strange. No, go away. I don't need you. Winged serpents, the fiery flying serpent. Wait, here's another one. He holds it Isaiah 36. Wait. Burden of the beast of the south, into the land of trouble and anguish, from whence come a young and old lion, the viper and fiery flying serpent, from Isaiah 36, 30 verse 6. This verse of the Bible mentions an intriguing creature, the fiery flying serpent. The Hebrew words are apef, translated flying, and seraph, translated fiery snake. Okay, there you go. It is here distinguished from the viper. Moreover, Isaiah 14:29 states, "Rejoice not thou, while Palestina, because the rod of him that smote thee is broken. From out of the serpent's root shall come forth a cockatrice, and his fruit shall be a fiery flying serpent." That's so crazy. You guys can go look all this stuff up. I'm not going to go through all this because I could be on this thing forever. Creationists over the years have suggested that this flying reptilian creature was a living pterosaur, still known in the region of Palestine at the time of, I don't know if it's a pterosaur. There's where that picture came from. Heh. A seraph versus a pterosaur. And I think you're pushing it. I don't know. I'm just putting that stuff out there. Look, see, this is France. France talking about the little baby dragon things. Moses and the brazen serpent. The brazen serpent. Of course it would be. He said, "Look onto this and you'll be cured." It was a serpent wrapped around a pole with the wings. It's the medicinal. Let's see if we can do this. Medicinal snake. No, there we go. The caduceus. I didn't know. I couldn't remember the name of it. We keep looking for caduceus wine, and I can never find it. Snake with a stick. Yeah, it's the ancient medical symbol, and that ties into that. God, that makes sense in so many crazy ways. The serpents that he sent down from the sky, the little serpents with wings. Man, that makes you think. Doesn't it make you think? If it doesn't make you think, I don't know what to do for you, because there's just something going on there. Where'd this come from? Of course, this says Vatican. Nimrod? Bronze plates? Really? Hebrew or Phoenician? Boy, this is a good one. And I just randomly found this, man. Jewish Encyclopedia states the seraphim are frequently mentioned in the Book of Enoch, where they are designated as serpents and are always mentioned in conjunction with the cherubim as the heavenly creatures standing nearest to God. Some authorities hold that the seraphim had their origin in the Egyptian seraph, a composite winged creature. Since the Israelites had lived with Egyptians for so many years, it is not surprising that they would have adopted their word. Indeed, many compelling depictions of the pterosaur, including sealed artifacts in King Tut's tomb, were found in Egypt. Genesis Park Pterosaur Picture Archive. What is this? Holy smokes. That's a serpent with wings. That's too good. This is too good. There's another snake right there with wings. This is too good, man. This is insane. Mayan worship of a feathered serpent god, Quetzalcoatl, which we were talking about, has been traced all the way back to the 1st century BC. Wow. Ancient Chinese dragon depictions involve mostly four-legged reptiles, probably stylized representation of dinosaurs. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe not. I see. You get the weird stuff. You get the two-legged dinosaurs. You get the two-legged dragons, the four-legged dragons. You get the dragons that don't have any legs whatsoever. You know, maybe they grow feet when they get older. I don't know. You know, maybe they just there's something going on. That's all I'm gonna say. There's something going on. It's not so far-fetched. Look at this right here. That is almost literally what I'm saying. That's Eve and the serpent. That's almost literally what I was saying. Medieval portrayals of the temptation of Eve, like the one to the immediate right, sometimes show the satanic tempter as a winged serpent. This dragon-like drawing is from the Temptation in the yada yada yada, dated 1324. Yeah, there's something happening here. What it is ain't exactly clear. So anyways, this is stuff. It's interesting stuff. You can go look into it. It's all over the place, and I don't think these people were just finding bones of dragons and creating these wondrous tales of these flying dragons with wings. I don't think that's what they were doing, and it's very strange too. If these people were finding bones of dragons or finding bones of dinosaurs, and if they were saying, these are supposedly dragons, why isn't there one single display of these things anywhere before the 1800s? You can use a thing where all the museums got burned down and all the whatever destroyed history and yada yada yada. Okay, fine, whatever. But why weren't they displaying these things? Because it's human beings' natural wonder to try to pull these things together, figure out what they are, and if you have something that fantastic, you put it together on display for people to look at. Right? Or did they just burn them all and bury them all? Did the Chinese do that to all of theirs? Did the Japanese do that to all of theirs? Where's all the ancient bones? All the ancient stuff. The guys from the 1500 had to have been digging a farm and pulled up a Tyrannosaurus head. Right? Where are those at? It just doesn't make any sense. It's very strange stuff. But then you have all these legends of these dinosaurs or these dragons, of these winged dragons. They're not just dinosaurs. These things had wings on them. They were flying around, and they go back centuries, millennia. And it ties together. It fits together in these weird little things. It's very interesting. I don't know. That was just something that it was a thing that had popped up, and it was the other thing that I wrote down that was interesting too. Was they required sacrifices. These winged gods, these winged creatures from the skies, they required sacrifices, living sacrifices to them. Which is interesting now because we're starting to hear about. I don't know if it's true. I'm just going to relay the information to you because I can't prove or deny any of it. I'm just going to relay the information to you. The one thing that I heard, and again, I don't know if it's true. The one thing I heard was that they are, in order to help create the vaccine for the C virus, they have to take the still beating hearts out of aborted fetuses. I know that sounds crazy. In order to do it, but it tied back. Whoever was saying it tied it back to the Aztecs having to, or the Mayans, whoever it was, having to pull the still beating hearts out of their victims in order to please their gods, which the gods just happen to be winged serpents. That serpent of old, Satan. I'm going to look that up. I'm not even going to take it there. I'm just going to look it up. Let's see. That serpent of old, the devil, Satan. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world, and he was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. That old serpent, old serpent, the one that came down to the people, the Mayan people, and told them that he required sacrifices of the still beating hearts of sacrifices. The winged serpent, the serpent of old that may or may not require the cutting open of a board. Get it yet? Do you see it yet? Just about every post I make on Facebook and Twitter from this point is like, do you see it yet? See it yet? Do you see it yet? It's just one thing after another, and it all adds up in this. Let's get some off the floor. It all adds up in this crazy way. Do you see it yet? I'm not saying that's what it is. I've never once claimed that I know absolutely everything I'm talking about. This is just connections that I'm making. There's point A here and point B here, and you put them together, and the puzzle piece kind of fits, and you're like, oh, that's nice, you know. I'm not saying it is what it is. I'm just saying that there's some kind of connection going on there, and take a look, man. Just look into it. Make up your own mind on it. I don't know. It's a little weird. It's a little crazy. It's a little weird and crazy. Last thing I'm going to talk about, and I'm going to go off here. I was going to do something about the red triangles that everybody's been talking about. I was going to go into detail about this, but I'm not going to. This stuff right here. Yeah, I was going to go into detail about that, but I'm not going to go into it too much. Somebody had said it was interesting that these red triangles, because they're upside down, they are the divine feminine. They are red, as in the scarlet, or the horror that comes in scarlet. I don't know anything. I really don't. I don't know. I'm not going to do that. The other thing I have written on here is breakfast for all you people that like to have prayer and fasting. Isn't it interesting? Because our English language was made so that we would trip ourselves up. Breakfast is break fast. That's something interesting to something interesting to ponder over. Had biscuits this morning, and they're sitting weird. And the last thing I had, which is probably the most interesting, and I probably got my math wrong, so if you can correct me on this, feel free to correct me on this. It's 365 days in a year. Of course, we know that. All right. So, March 13th was the day that we declared the pandemic around the world. March 13th. I know this because it was the day after my birthday. March 13th. And I have been saying that 2021 is the year that we got to look out for because it's the midway year between the two solstice or the two solstice. You hear me? The two solar eclipses, the one that we had before 3 years ago, and the one that we have coming up in 4 years. 2021 is that midway point. I can't do the math to find out. Oh wow, I can't do the math to find out specifically when that midpoint is. If you knew what that midpoint was, you could probably nail this down. But I just went by January the 1st. So from March 13th to January the 1st of 2021, get this one, 293 days. You guys like that? 293 days? Now, I don't know if that's right. Now, you might, like I said, you gotta do the math on that. But I know there's a way to do it online. You're going to see my bright ass face going on here. This says 294 days. I'm off by one, I guess, unless you count. Do you count that day? Do they count that day? I don't know. That's weird. But still, December 31st is still, that's the end of the year. I don't know if that calculator counts the actual days from then to then, because I always count. Whenever I count days, I count the day after. I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, the number I came up with 293. That's what I did. I could have been wrong. I actually went backwards. I did the 365. This year's 366. 366 minus the 31 for January, minus the 29 for February, minus the 13 for March, and that's how I got the 293. That's how I got it. There's an interesting problem with that. Now, again, let's go back just a little bit. 293. If you guys don't know the fun that I like to have with the 923, go look that stuff up. It's pretty incredible stuff. 923s are everywhere. Just Google that. I think you can just Google that 923 and find out about it. The number 23, the number 9 that goes with it. September 23rd. If you don't know what the September 23rd was, it 2017? I think I just got a notification on my I just got a notification today on my Facebook from 2017, which meant July 3rd, 2017. I wrote, "Hey everybody, let's do a experiment. Let's think about a positive thing to think of on a certain day," and I chose September 23rd, 2017 because I wanted that day to be positive. I wanted to see if it would, if we could turn the tide, so to speak, because there's a lot of people saying that a lot of stuff was going to happen on September 23rd of that year. So I just got that today. I think it's interesting. It's very interesting. 923. Anyways, according to my calculations, again, I don't know if I'm right or not, 293 days to January the 1st, 2020, or 2021, sorry. Interesting thing about January the 1st, and I think they did this on purpose, but I can't prove it. I don't know. But I do find it interesting. So the Torah says, I don't know if it's even in the Torah. I think it might have just been just a random thing. But it says, on the 8th day after a child is born, they are to be brought into the temple and circumcised. Okay. So the 7th day from December 25th is January the 1st. On the 8th day, January the 2nd? I don't know. It's very strange. Very strange. But I just think that's interesting. From March the 31st, or March the 31st, March the 13th till then, according to my calculations, again, I'm probably wrong, 293 days. And then that just happens to coincide with the circumcision of the child that is born. So we know December 21st is not the birth date of Christ. It's just not possible. Unless the seasons back then were completely and totally changed, and you could have shepherds in the fields with their flocks in the middle of in the middle of winter, or at the beginning of winter when things were starting to really, really get cold. It's not possible. It's not possible at all. And of course, other people have looked into it and they've said, there was a star alignment that was possible. I know Rob Skiba says it. There's other guys that I've heard that have said it, that you can wind back the clock on a star chart thing, and you can go back to 3 BC, or is it 2 BC or anything? I don't know what it was. And they said that there was a star alignment that would have made a bright star in the sky on September the 11th of 2 BC, 3 BC, whatever it was. I'm not going to say that is or isn't what it was. I'm just going to say that is an option that's out there. But he wasn't born December 25th. That's not how it lines up. Every other god and deity was born or conceived or came onto the scene on December 25th. And we've talked about that as well. We've talked about what was Nimrod's son? I can't think it was. We got Osiris in there, and you've got it has been so long since I've done this kind of stuff. I can't even think of everybody's names. I think Apollo was in there. Was Apollo in there? I don't remember. I know it's on a video. It's been a long time since I've done that, the god naming stuff, that it's slipped my mind. I've like I said, since I've kind of stepped away from everything, since I stopped studying all this stuff, I've kind of put all that knowledge on the back burner. Plus, my memory just is not as well as it used to be. I find it interesting within the past 6 months, my memory has turned to garbage. Just absolute garbage. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's just because I'm not getting out as much as I should. I don't know. But when you look into that kind of stuff and you see that all these other pagan religions, their god, their deity, their Jesus figure was born on December 25th, and that's where they say, well, you see, Jesus was just a copy of all this stuff. But if you read the Bible, that's not what happened at all. There were angels that went to the shepherds that had their flocks out in the middle of the night in a summer day, and they told them, come and look, the Savior is born. And they went and they left their flocks there, and they went, can't do that when it's that cold. And when it's December 25th in that part of the world, in the middle of the night, it's cold. You can't keep your sheep out like that. It doesn't work. So it got moved. And of course, there's the whole the Feast of Tabernacles, I can't remember the name of it now. What was it called? Feast of Trumpets, everything that's around in there, the September feasts lines up with, what you would do for the birth of your Savior. So that's in September. You don't have to believe it. I'm not going to tell you what to do and what not to do. It's just what I've studied and what I've seen, and it's where I am now. So you can do with it what you will, but like I said, it doesn't line up with where they move the birthday to. It doesn't work. But January 1st, like I said, it's that 7 days. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Actually, if you count the full day, because you're supposed to count the full day. So it'd be the full day of the 25th, because he was born, supposedly, he was born the very beginning of the day. It was when the day turned, is what they said. But we're not talking about Jesus. They take what's in the Bible and they turn it backwards. That's how it works. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. And then the first is the circumcision. It's the beginning of the year. It's the circumcision. We're not under that law anymore. We're not under that law that we have to circumcise our children on the 8th day. That was a Mosaic law that was done away with the blood of Christ. But there's a lot of people in this world that don't want that to happen anymore. You probably know who they are. Do you get it yet? 293 days. I'm not even going to care anymore. 293, 294. By that math, 293 from March 13th to January 1st, 294. From March 13th to December 31st is 293. Do you get it yet? You see how I'm doing this? The wheels are turning. There's something else going on there. I don't know. 2021 is that that's that one to worry about. I've kind of gone over the 88s. Go look up the number 88. Go look up the connections between the number 88, the connections between 88 and Donald Trump, the connection between 88 and, well, I've already said that 1988. If you add 33 years, it's 2021. You know? Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Because I'm old. I have to do the math on that constantly because I'm like, I'm 40, 43, 44. I gotta go back to, you had 33 to 88. 19, yeah. So 33, the other wonderful number. It's just all there. It's just all there, man. It's just, it's one thing after another, and it just puzzle pieces. And I'm not saying it is what it is. I'm not saying it isn't what it isn't. I'm just saying that these puzzle pieces line up. There's something going on here. Something going on there. Nobody's talking about this stuff. At least that I've seen, nobody's talking about this stuff. This is just, it's little things, and it's little things I pick up onto because I watch so many different people throughout the week that they talk about different things, and as I pick it up, it connects. And I don't know if it's true. It's all puzzle pieces. It's trying to solve a puzzle without the box because you don't know what you're making. You really don't. Where's the fun in that, right? But it is what it is. It's what I've been seeing, and I don't know what it means. I don't know why people aren't talking about it. And this is the kind of stuff that I try to spread. I at least try to get some of this stuff around to see if anybody will pick up on it. And if they don't pick up on it, they don't pick up on it. I don't know what else to do. That's why I talk to you guys, because one of you has to know what this means. One of you has to tell me what the heck is going on here. And like I said, I'm not perfect. I don't have all the answers. I really don't. I truly don't have all the answers. I'm gonna get rid of that just to get rid of that. I'm just putting the puzzle pieces together. I'm just trying to figure it out. That's all I'm trying to do. I am always willing to change my understandings of everything because I just don't know. I don't know anymore. I really don't know anymore. I'm so lost right now that I'm just like, but I get little snippets every now and then, and I'm like, oh, hey, that makes sense. What else? Do we have to do anything else? Should we do Should we do another 33-year-old call? Here, I'll bring you in here. We'll do this before we leave because we've been doing it. Type in the number 33 to Google search. Okay, get out of there. Go to news. 33 villagers killed in attacks in central Mali. Oh. India to buy 33 Russian jets for $2.43 billion. That's nice. India approves purchase of 33 Russian jets. See, they're catching on. They're slowing it down. Oh, here we go. Santa Clarita Valley sees increase of 33 cases 16 hours ago. Yep. Rufus local 33. No, there's nothing there. Armed counter-protesters have confronted anti-racism rallies in at least 33 states. Okay, 33 new cases reported in SLO County, St. Louis Obispo County. I wonder where that is. Ford sales down 33%. Couldn't be any more, couldn't be any less. SLO County, we just saw in SLO County. Top 33 quarterbacks, it couldn't be 32. It couldn't be 30. 30 is a good number. 25 is a good number. Hell, whatever happened to top 25 lists? You know? Whatever happened to top 25 lists? Whatever happened to top 50 lists? No, we got to have top 33 lists. Here are 33 burgers to add to your list. Not 25, not 30. SLO County, somebody died at 33. Man gets up to 33 years in prison. Okay. Illinois officials announced 33% reduction in state what? States forensics. 33 stocks moving. Something fell 33%. Yep. Another 33-year retire. We had last week we had a 33-year retire. State line housing sales down 33% in the month of May. Interesting. There's a crypto.com's chain token dominated markets in June with 33% gain. Cases in Seward in the state of Alaska. Oh boy, Alaska, you're getting it. 33 cases throughout Alaska. Alaska, welcome to the party, pal. Wow. After 33, reopens after 33 months. What? This is just ridiculous. Situation report 33 just happens to be 23 hours ago. 33 cases, Seneca. Top headlines at 2:33. Couldn't pick any other time. Researchers identify 33 molecules that can target one CV19 protein. Oh, 33 molecules. Exactly. Oh, somebody built a 33-story tower. Saga share price has fallen 33%. Well, that's the second one we've seen fall 33%. 33 more cases in Wyoming. Yep, buddy. There's another Route 33 crash. Man, you people on Route 33, you need to slow the hell down. You've had, since I've been doing the 33s, which has been, what, a month? Every single time I get in here, it's a Route 33 crash. What the heck are you people doing? You guys are killing me. Monroe man killed in Route 33 crash with DOT tractor. And it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago, we saw something very similar. It was a guy on a motorcycle or something. And you guys are crazy. Cisco Mortgage set to fall by 33%. There's 3 on the stocks. CB19 total cases rise to 13 in county. Athens County. Anybody from Athens County? 33-year-old. That's another one. 5 vehicle wreck ties up traffic for a time on Route 33 in Bethlehem Township. This is 3 days ago. You people, anybody that lives near Route 33, slow your asses down, please. Night 33 in North Portland. It's another riot. Man, it's ridiculous. Daly, Wyoming, 33. Island cases. Martha's Vineyards Hospital. Total cases, 33. 1975 issue 33? What? That's nothing. Up to 33% off select monitors from Dell. Not 25. You could easily do 25 and it would still sound like a bargain, but you have to go to 33. 33 arrested after protesters blocked Louisville Highway. One new case in Monroe County, 33 confirmed cases. More than 230, here's 23, Jacksonville firefighters in quarantine. 33 tested positive. And about a 33-year-old, 33 new cases. State does 33 new cases. This is in Fairbanks Daily. I used to go into these to find out exactly what state they were in, but I'm not doing that anymore. Woman whose remains were found in 1987 along Route 33 is identified 33 years later. The hell? Where's Route 33? You people are killing me. You people. Route 33 in Indiana? No, that's where I am. No, wait, is it only Route 33? Is this why I only get Route 33? Look at the maps. Is this why I keep getting all the Route 33 stuff? Route 33 through Fort Wayne. What it is. That's that one. This is why I keep getting all the Route 33 stuff. No, it just went back to that. I don't want that. That's ridiculous. Come on now, man. You people up there need to slow down. I don't care what. You people are killing me with this. 33 years later on Route 33, a woman found. Man, come on. Woman found along, yeah, Route 33. I know. Wyoming, 33 new cases. Washington County applies for grant to hire 33 firefighters. We can't hire 30. We can't hire 35. We got to hire 33. Colorado primary sees 33-year-old owner of gun-themed what? Yeah, I'm not doing that. 33 car to the 2020 entry. Okay, nothing. 33-year-old, nothing. 33 stores. This was 2 weeks ago. I covered this. We looked at it. Listen to No Name Ether J. Cole announce a new Vanguard. On song 33. Ate up, chewed up, and spit out your boy. So this girl made a song 33. 70-second song 33, not only fully. Song 33, the lyrics, part of the lyrics are I saw a demon on my shoulder. It's looking like the patriarchy. Oh, that's such a great way to start out a song, isn't it? Of course, just I tell you, body don't embody all the life she wanted. A baby just 19. No dream all black. I seen her. Great education. I seen her everything immortalized in weeks, all caps. Okay. Song 33. We're getting off on this one, aren't we? Song 33 lyrics. Saw a demon on my shoulder. It looked like patriarchy. Like scrubbing blood off the ceiling and bleaching another carpet. How my house get haunted. What in the world? But niggas in the back, quiet as a church mouse. Am I going to get busted for saying that? I'm so sorry. I'm just reading lyrics. It's a studio when duty calls to get the verse out. When George was begging for his mother, saying he couldn't breathe. Yeah, but little did I know, all my reading would be a bother. It's trans women being murdered, and this is all hey, you guys, you're just, is it everything? We democratizing Amazon, we burning down borders. This is a new Vanguard. Yep. You Oh, wait, it gets even better. Distracting from the convo with organizers. They're talking abolishing the police and this, the New World Order, which, fuck's sakes. Is anybody talking about this? Is anybody going to talk about this? Is anybody going to talk about this? Song 33. I can't even do it anymore. I got to stop. That's the point where I got to stop because I just can't. Do you see what's happening here? I'm going to go back in there and look. I want to see if there's a. Who wrote this? Fatima Neema Warner. Fatima Neema Warner. Is this that? I don't know. I don't know. You're looking at my fat face getting all lit up. No name. That's this chick. No name. Yeah, I'm absolutely positively sure you were the one that wrote that song. Absolutely positively sure. She says she might quit music because she don't want to dance on a stage for white people. Wow, you need to quit music because you are pushing agendas. Oh man. Anyways, trying to collect my thoughts on that. I don't know. I don't have anything to say. I really don't. It's so in your face. It's so in your face. That's the kind of thing I need to go tell a call for an uprising about. I don't know if he's already covered it or not. That's something that he needs to look at that. He could pick that apart. I'm not gonna pick it apart. I'm not gonna do that. This is definitely not the world that I grew up in, and it has changed so dramatically within the past 5 years. I can't even say 10 years. I can't say 20 years. It started 20 years. It started 19 years ago. You know what happened 19 years ago? It started 19 years ago, and it's only within the past 5 years that it's really just gone way downhill. And now we're here. We're locked in our houses. Can't go outside without a mask. And there are still riots in the streets. These kids don't even know what they're rioting for half the time. And it's beyond anything I can rationalize, and I can't wake people up to it. People are waking up every day. Angie tells me that her friends are coming around every day. They're more and more. She tells me that, oh, I might be sending such and such your way. Such and such just woke up. She needs somebody that she can talk to about it or get information about it. I might be sending her your way. Things like that. And that's never happened before. That's never, ever, ever happened before, except over the past 6 months. I've had like 2 or 3 of them. And people are going to wake up. People are going to wake up, and we're going to get together and we're going to fight this. However we have to do it, we're going to do it. And you have to quit being so negative about it. You have to quit saying it's over. The world is over. We're never going back. We're never doing no. I don't believe in that. I don't believe that we're never going back. I'm going to stand and believe that we're going to fight it, and we're either going to win or lose. Because everybody that's here saying that we're never going back, you're either going to be dead or you're going to be fighting for what we had. So what do you want? And I'm not talking about going back to every single little thing we had. No, we have to change it from the top down. We absolutely have to. But where they're steering us is something completely different. So we have to wake up to that fact that they're steering us towards something pretty bad. And we have to do something now to keep them from doing that. And there's a lot of people waking up. There's a lot of people that are saying that they're not going to take the tests, they're not going to take the shots, they're not going to do this because they just don't trust them. There was something in the Washington Post about, thousands of Africans are not taking the shots, the test shots, because they're afraid of them. 10,000 people in Australia, sorry about that, 10,000 people in Australia are saying they won't take a test because they don't trust it. And I've heard other reports from the UK, same thing. I've heard of the reports from every place in the States. Let's be honest. I'm hearing about the protests in Canada about it, not the BLM protests. We're talking about the the non-vaccine / non test taking / and if they are forcing mandates to where they say you have to take a test and have to do this and have to do that, can you really trust it? Because I'll tell you what, if you're going to force me to do something, then no, I will not do it. If it were something that was if it was really truly a risk to my life, I would be right there. Because I would like to, if I was really worried about people dying from it, I'd be right there. But I'm not worried about that because the numbers just don't show. I've been able to hear them say to my face on TV, hey, we're counting every death as a CV death. And that's a good thing. And that's a good thing. When you see the lies, and I'm gonna make a compilation video of all those, so that you guys can have it, of all those little things, where they say this and say that. I'm trying to, at any rate. I don't know if my video editor is still worth a damn anymore or not, because I was having so many problems with it last year whenever I was doing video game stuff, that this year I don't even know. I'm pretty sure that's what crashed my computer, so I need to buy a new one. But it's good to have it, and it's good to hear not only the hypocrisy of the things they say now, you need to do this, this, and this, and then they don't do what you're telling you to do, but the contradictions that they've made, where they started out at the very beginning of this saying you don't need a mask because only healthy people do not need to be wearing a mask, to now it's, if you don't wear a mask, we're going to charge you a fine. Do you see it yet? It's just the whole thing has become a do you see it yet? It's just one thing after another after another. And it's not the end of the world. Not yet. It is not the end of the world yet. But they're steering us to a place that we can stop it. And it's up to each person to become sovereign in themselves, to say, okay, I need to fight for my freedom and for the freedom of my neighbors and my family and the country. We have to take that responsibility. So, it is 1:50, July 3rd, 2020. July 4th, supposedly, July 4th, 1776, we declared our total and complete independence and declared freedom for the country, if you want to believe that. I don't know. I don't know anymore. There's so many contradicting situations between the two. I don't know. But if you want to believe it, then we fought. We fought to have this country. We fought to be free. Yeah, I know there's a whole slave owners things and yada yada yada. I know that. That's a whole nother thing for it's a whole nother story for a whole nother time, and you really start getting down into the, well, there just happened to be there happened to be free black people owning black slaves as well. I don't know how to confirm or deny that. That's kind of hard information to find, but it's information that's out there that just kind of blows me away. They're making they put that in the books as law in the 1600s, the late 1600s, that any person of color, including Native Americans and black people, that they can own people of color of their own race, but they cannot own white people. I never heard that there were people of different colors owning slaves in the late 1600s in America. I just always thought it was just white people owning a bunch of black people. I don't know if it's true or not, but it's in the books. It's Virginia law. I don't know. I don't want to go look for it. Apparently that was a thing. I don't know. It's very strange. Knowledge shall be increased upon the land. I don't know. If you want to believe it, you don't want to believe it. I don't know. Our past has been manufactured so bad over the past 200 years. I don't know what to believe anymore. I can tell you this much though, that what's happening now needs to stop, and we need to take charge. And you're either gonna hide your head in the sand and do nothing, or you're going to take some responsibility and see what's happening, figure out that this isn't what it is, and you're going to fight. I'm not going to tell you what the future is going to be, because we're going to have to write our future. That's all there is to it. So it's one way or another. There's no plan but God's plan that I can trust at this point. And well, if that's his plan, that's his plan. That's the way it is. Pray on everything first. Pray on it first. See what he tells you to do. I just know that we are meant to be free. Not supposed to be like this. How much better could the world have been if it wasn't like this? I don't know. Hour and a half. I got to stop. Holy smokes. You guys take care. God bless y'all. Do you see it yet?